Hi everyone, today I'm going to be reviewing How to Get Away with Murder Season 2, the finale. So, we start off with the kids. Y'all know last episode, Annalise was like, you know what, y'all children are not finna stress me out no more. Like, this is like, I done been with y'all kids a year and a half. And this whole time, y'all have done nothing but stress me out from the minute I assigned y'all to be the Keaton 5 up until 2 minutes ago. So I'm gonna run home to my mama house. So the kids, Bonnie and Frank, they show up the next day like, okay, where's Annalise at? Did Philip come and get her? Like, what is going on? Everybody's freaking out. They don't know what to do. Laurel's looking like she comes in drunk, trying to sober up, and they're like, Wes, you was the last person to talk to her. What are you guys talking about? He's like, that ain't none of your business right now. No, I had nothing to do with Annalise. Yes, I was possibly the last person to see her. And actually, I wasn't. So Lauren's like, Frank, we need to talk right now. So he's like, what? She's like, I may have, now remind you, I was drunk at the time. I may have let it slip that you killed Lila. But I told her not to tell anybody. So he's like, are you serious? Then we have this flashback to like 10 years before when we got a younger like Frank and Annalise when they was working on that whole Wes's mama case. There is some woman he's trying to hook up with, and she just like pulls out a cash and money talking about some, do you want to be Annalise's puppet forever? Because I know she don't treat y'all this well. Here's a nice stash of money if you can do a little something for me. And I'm looking like, really? Like, this random woman just wants you to do something and like turn against Annalise. I know Annalise ain't been the nicest to you, but like, really? We got Annalise at home just full out sleep. Like, this is the first good night rest I've had in a long time. I don't know how she was able to sleep, because mama got every relative and family or friend within a 100-mile radius at the house. She sends her, Annalise's mama sends the sisters, I think her name is Celeste, upstairs to wake her up. Mama's like, I need you to get dressed. This is not, I'm not asking you, I'm telling you. She come downstairs and she's trying to listen to everybody, but like so much stuff is going on in her head. First of all, her brother has one of Sam's old like suits on that he's wearing. That's already distracting her. She got Philip on the loose, ready to kill the next person he just feel like killing. She's trying to keep these kids in line and out of jail. And then she just found out that Frank is the one that killed Lila. Like, her mind is everywhere. Like, all I need is a stiff drink right now. And the last thing I need is to have all this family in my face. Let alone the daddy that just showed up that I ain't seen in about 35 years. Like, what are you doing here, daddy? Daddy shows up like they the best. They have the best relationship. Like she's daddy's little girl. She's like, what is he doing here? Mama was like, I told you to stay outside on the porch. He's like, I wanted to see my baby girl. Like, to him, like, no time has passed. Like, he's been there for her forever. Like, they just seen each other, like, last week, and they had dinner. That's the way he's acting. She's like, I know you were not here. Like, what are you doing here for real? Because last time I checked, you left us and decided you want to just be gone and be single and no kids. So what exactly are you doing here? So Nate shows up and tells Bonnie, Frank that, hey, Annalise has a warrant for her arrest. Just let y'all know. And like, she's gone. So what stupidness did one of y'all do now? Like, he already knows it was either y'all two or them children in there. That's the main stress in Annalise's life is y'all 7. So now I guess we can add Oliver in it, because he's just like, he's an honorary member of the Keaton crew. So they out there listening like, oh snap, Annalise got a warrant for her arrest. Like, we need to find out what's going on. Oliver, he's already hacking to the police station, but Bonnie's like, we're already in enough trouble as it is. We don't have time for you to be hacking into, public records. Then we flash back like 10 years after Annalise got done fussing out Frank. I guess he was like, okay, that is the last fuss out that you're going to do of me. I'm going to take Mysterious Woman and her money up on her offer, and I'm going to plant a bug in your room. And I'm like, I know you in your feelings right now, and she done already told you that she didn't like pulled you out of the white trash to where you belong. maybe, you know, Sam did that, but, you know, you about 1 second about going back there, and I know you all in your feelings, but you have no idea who this mysterious woman is to be just like, okay, mysterious woman, I'm going to take your money and everything's going to be cool. So then we got Nate. He's showing up at Annalise's mama's house. Annalise's mama like, well, look at her right here. Fine little somebody. You better do it, Annalise. She didn't say that, but her and the sister was in the middle like, oh, well, go ahead, Annalise. So you know how most older grandmas is. Somebody come over, oh, baby, you staying to eat. Let me go ahead. We already about to eat anymore. We got a plate right here. Come on, sit down, baby. Like, do you got any kids? Do you want kids? Are you married? Have you ever been married? And Annalise is like, he is a widower. No, he does not have any children. Don't do this right now, mama. But you know, Grandmama, she ready for some grandchildren. She said, I got 3 kids, and none of them have produced me not a grandchild first. So I am, you know, interviewing Nate right now to see if he's going to be the potential daddy to my grandchildren. Okay, just don't mind me. Don't mind her. And Nate, you know, just me and you talking right now. She's like, if you wouldn't so down, if you can just chill down, maybe you and Stan would have had some kids. So I was like, oh, no, why did she say that? But I was like, hold up. Didn't she know that Annalise and Sam was, you know, had a baby? Maybe she forgot that at some time, like, after all that, like, oh snap. Annalise was talking to her mom, she's like, I had a baby and he died. Had he had lived, I would have told you. But he didn't, so I just didn't say nothing. So you did have a grandchild. I was hurt by that, you know, remark that you had said about me. So, like, Mom was like, oh, baby. At one point, they went into the backyard and, like, she broke down some stuff and then planted in the dirt. It's like, I don't know what was going on. At first, like, the previews, I thought they was digging up a body that they had killed, like, years ago. But Mom was just, this is like a relief. You never really did grieve that baby, and I'm going to be here for you. You know, this Mama here for you, baby. So Oliver decides to, you know, hack the computer of the police station anyway because, you know, he want to know some information, like, oh, shoot, I want to work here now. Y'all be having so much fun over there, I can't stand it. So he's like, okay, I see the arrest warrant, but, like, some of the stuff is blocked out, and they was going to, like, okay, it could be this, could be an informant. So, like, oh, they have an informant over here. So they were, like, looking at everybody like, who's the informant? Asher, is it you? You the scariest one out the bed. You know, you just get into this killing bit and, like, covering up crimes. Is it you? Like, they looking at everybody like, oh. So it turns out that Caleb is the informant, because they was looking through video footage. It's like, oh, it's Caleb. So Caleb wasn't missing. The police just had him in hiding because he was an informant. Now we gonna get to something now. After Annalise and Alex was talking, bouncing back, flashback to 2006, and Annalise was like, look here, I got to get Wes into a good situation. Oh, mysterious woman with the money was working with the Mahoneys, and she called old Daddy Mahoney, like, look here, like, she finna do something to mess some stuff up. Now, I told y'all, what was it, last week when Annalise was in that accident, I said, I bet you that the Maloneys had something to do with it, and I was right. They was like, okay, take care of this. They are the cause of Annalise losing their baby and in that accident. And in a way, Frank was responsible because he was the one that put the bug into Annalise's room. So he's been living with this for the past 10 years, like, I caused this woman to lose her baby. I am responsible for this, and you know that has been eating away at him slowly as the years was going on. Like, every time he's seen her, like, I'm the reason why her child isn't here. When she had that little, you know, hallucination episode about the baby, you know, he had to remember, I am the reason why her child is not 10 years old right now. And I know that must have been weighing on him heavy. So Annalise shows up at the ADA's office. He's like, I can get a lot of charges put on you for a whole lot of things. Like convincing Caleb to tell his sister to say she did this. You asking him for $600,000 under the table, off the books, whatever you want to call it. I got you on a lot of stuff. She was like, oh, really? Well, those are just words of a serial killer, I tell you. Now, y'all remember when Annalise was getting attacked last week, and I said that it looked like Phillip was trying to tell her something? Well, turned out I was right. Before she went to the door and she stopped, he was like, Caleb killed my mama, and I have proof. I hacked into his little gym, his little tracker thing on his, when he go running, can't think what the name is called. And I tracked him to the exact location to where my mom's car was. And here's the evidence right here. It's on a flash drive. So Catherine's like, yes. See, Caleb is the killer. He did it. And I can assure you that Catherine will tell you that her brother was not there. So we got Nate. He then went to go see Catherine to get, because she ain't going to talk. She like, Annalise, you done already had me. I'm in here for shooting you and I ain't even do it. So I'm not going to talk to you. But she's like, Nate was like, okay, here's somebody you can talk to. It's Phillip. And Phillip was like, tell him what you need to tell him. Your brother's lying to you. He wanted to be the sole heir to this money. He knew he was going to be able to get you to go to jail because you gullible and you was in love with him. And he knew this. So he was going to use that against you. So she was like, you see, Caleb is a serial killer. This is words from a serial killer. So this is what you can do. All those little charges you have against me, they can go away and you can get Caleb. Oh, Phillip is not on a run. Phillip is right there in the other room and he can testify for this. And here's this flash drive with some other information. And then you can just solve this case on your own. And you can get all the fame and all the glory by yourself from solving this case. Do you have a deal? You know, he's looking like, that do look good on my resume. Me solving this whole case by myself. I still don't like your tail because you smooth like that and you're making me look bad. But if this can make me look good for just a minute, he's not saying this, but I'm paraphrasing. So she's like, okay, Phillip comes in. And I was like, I just knew Phillip was this low down dirty dog. But then I'm thinking, Phillip was like blackmailing them. But was that Caleb actually blackmailing them and they just assumed it was Phillip? Could it be that? So she goes to tell the kids, she's like, alright, everything I done solved, mama done solved everything yet again. They don't even know what's up, what's down, what's left, what's right. Oliver, he at home acting like he's with Connor and he didn't call Gail like, look here, I don't want to go to your school no more. Take me off your mailing list. I'm staying where I'm at. Bye. We got Caleb. Him or somebody else didn't slit his wrist. And he's laying in the tub with water in his blood. We got a flashback to 2006. When Annalise first lost the baby and Frank, well, he was all devastated. He was trying to tell Sam, like, it was my fault. Like, the woman said we could have got a mistrial. And I didn't know that this was going to happen. So Sam, like, oh, you the reason that my wife lost this baby. I should kill you right now. But I'm not. You ain't going to never tell Annalise about this ever in your life. All right? There's one day I'm going to need something from you. And you're going to do it for me. And that one thing is, I need you to snap Lila's neck for me real quick. And then your debt is all paid up. We got Wes. Now, I tell y'all, if death doesn't follow Wes everywhere, I don't know what. So, after Annalise told him, your daddy alive, and your daddy name, what's it, Mahoney. So, Wes goes up to Mr. Mahoney. He's standing there and like, what you want? Like, I think I'm your son. And he was like, who told you that? She's like, Annalise Keaton there. Boom. Dude's dead. Don't know who shot him, but we know he dead. I don't know if it's Frank because Frank missing. Frank, clothes gone, bed look like it ain't been made. Frank just gone. Wes just sitting there like, really? Somebody else done died around me. Like, my mama already dead. I just met you all of 15 seconds and I said a few words, you said a few words, and now you just gone. It's like this episode was so good. Let me bring it back into the episode because Lila was like, oh, me and Wes, not Lila, what was her name? Laura and Frank was together. I know I'm all over the place, but it's like, this is how this episode was, all over the place, but still in a good way. Anyways, Laura was like, me and Wes, we were just, you know, talking over our fathers. You know who my daddy is. It turns out that Wes's daddy is Mr. something Mahoney that Annalise was working for back in the day. And Frank was like, oh, Mahoney. Oh, snap, that's his daddy. His daddy no good. He ain't say that. But Laura, they got this whole situation going. Michaela, she's like, well, doggone it, I can't keep a man for nothing. The first boy, he turned out he didn't really love me. He wanted to be with some boys. This dude, I thought he was a good dude, but turned out he was some serial killing psychopath that was just using me even though I was using him. But that's not the point. I'm mad that he lost me and I done lost another man. Annalise don't know what to do with herself. She's like, basically, Frank got to go, and I'm assuming Frank know that he got to go, but I guess he's thinking, if I kill my homie, maybe that'll make up for, like, a little bit, and Annalise will kind of forgive me because I'm taking out the man who called the hit. So, yeah, so that was the gist of it. If I left anything out, by all means, leave a comment or video response. And like always, by all means, leave a comment or video response. And like always, I thank my subscribers and the people watching the videos. I want you to like this video, comment, and subscribe, and share this video with your friends on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and here on YouTube. This is Lady T signing off. Have a good one.